everybody, what's going on? It's Checkmate for you here. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about what an X-Pivot is, how to do an X-Pivot, and ways to practice an X-Pivot. Alright, so first let's talk about what an X-Pivot actually is. So an X-Pivot is dashing, like so, and canceling that dash by turning around and doing an attack, like so. This works with dash jumps as well, so if you're trying to dash jump like so, you can do something like this, and this is also counted as an X-Pivot. So we're going to use frame step to give you a closer and slower look of how the X-Pivot is done. If you're not familiar with training mode, you can do a thing called frame step, which is for PlayStation players pressing the right analog stick. And now you can go back in time to whatever you were doing. So let's just say you did an awesome combo and you want to check out what the frick you just did. You can go back in time and check out that combo again. And you can check it out with dodge frames and things like that. So for this scenario, I'm going to go back in time, and I'm going to do the X-Pivot, and then we're going to go back in time and look at it a little slower. So now I'm going to go back in time, and look how we did that a little bit slower. So, as you can see, I start off with the dash right here. And right here is the moment I turn around. And at the same time, as I'm turning around, I'm already pressing the side light button. You can see the animation of the character pressing the side light. And the side light comes out, and my dash is halted to a stop by the side light. So, obviously, this looks pretty easy. But, it's going to take you a little while to get it. So, we're going to go and show you how you can practice learning how to do this. Okay, so the way I practiced learning how to X-Pivot is by dash jumping, like this, and then just holding the reverse, whatever your the opposite movement button is. So if I'm going this way, then you want to be holding the direction of this way as soon as you dash forward, a dash jump. As soon as you dash jump this way, you should instantly be trying to hold the directional button the opposite direction. So it should look something like this when you've kind of gotten it down pretty good. And then, once you've kind of felt like you've mastered this, this little technique here, you could start applying an attack. So something like a side air. To make it easier for yourself, as it's a little bit harder to do nairs and dares and that sort of thing, because you're already holding the side button when you're trying to reverse yourself. So just practice something like this, and it works. You could do this at any weapon. It's not just blasters. It's not quite a X-Pivot at this point because side air doesn't work for X-Pivoting on blasters. But you're still getting the gist, and you're getting the muscle memory. Then, when you finally feel you've gotten this little technique here down to a science, you could start doing other moves like dare. And it should look like this with blasters. Oh, I'm messing it up. Something like that, yeah. It's okay to do this as well. I mean, it's kind of just me not jumping correctly. But it should look something like that. And once you've done it as good as you can. And then you can also start doing nair, and it should all come out pretty good once you've practiced enough. It's okay if when you start you're constantly doing something like this, or you're constantly doing something like that, like not doing the correct inputs you want, like side air instead of a nair. It happens a lot. I remember when I first started practicing, I would mess it up all the time. So it's okay if you're doing a lot of this and not doing the turnaround part. Or if you're doing the turnaround part, it's too slow. It's okay. You'll get it. So that about wraps it up for this X pivoting tutorial. Remember, if you don't get it right away, it's okay. Practice makes perfect. But if after you feel like you've practiced enough where you should be able to get it, and you still can't, comment down below what you're facing problems with, and I can try to help you. But, without any more talking, hope you guys have a great day. Hopefully you learned something from this video, and you improve your gameplay. Peace.